what to expect from me in 2023. I'm Jordan Needham, this is Jham3D, and let's get into it. First of all, I hope you guys had a wonderful holiday season. I enjoyed it. It wasn't super entertaining, but I enjoyed some time, I suppose. So heading into 2023, there's kind of two big, maybe potential misconceptions that I want to shoot down before they occur. First and foremost is what this channel is about. I don't want to make this channel specifically a tutorial channel. I see a lot of Blender YouTubers particularly making, you know, content that we've all seen before, content that I don't think really contributes more than other content previously has from other creators. So I don't want to be the guy that's making tutorials just for views. I want to make tutorials to actually teach you guys something that's unique or different or hasn't really made its cycle on the internet yet. But I do see a lot of YouTubers just essentially, you know, recycling other people's content and not even formatting it in a different way or anything. They just teach you how to use the most basic stuff. I get it from their perspective. I understand. I'm not hating on them. All I'm saying is I want to be a little bit different than that. So my tutorials that I put on this channel, I want to be, you know, sometimes very specific, little tips and tricks that you may have never known about. Just stuff that you probably won't stumble across from other channels or haven't seen before. That's what I try to focus on when I do tutorials. And I know I don't always hit the mark, but I mean, and then of course there is a time and a place to touch on some basics and some fundamentals, and I don't mind doing that every once in a while. But basically what I'm getting out of the way is that I don't want to just be a tutorial channel. You know, I love posting my original artworks and I want to make that a priority as well. And the last few months have shown me that that is actually possible. I've seen creators on here be known solely for that. They haven't posted a single tutorial and they have like 100,000 plus subscribers, and my Instagram has done well doing just that too. So I do in 2023 want to focus primarily on my artwork and then some tutorials kind of here and there. As I learn myself, I'm going to share some information that I've learned while working on my projects. And that's kind of what I've done the last couple of months anyway. So if you're a subscriber now and you like my content in the last couple of months, then you're good to go, because that's kind of what 2023 is going to look like, and hopefully a lot better actually. Number two, there might be a little bit of a downturn in actual quantity of content that I upload this year for a couple of reasons. Number one right now is because I'm working on a project which is, I can't say much about it, but it's a giant project. It's my first and foremost priority, and it's not really for me. I'll just say it like that. So that I have to take really seriously, and I don't want my own projects to get in the way of that. Secondly, you know, at some point this year, finances are going to become an issue unless I start bringing in more money soon. And so I might have to pick up a different job here and there. I might have to do some more freelancing like I was doing prior to starting this YouTube channel. And so, you know, obviously you got to make the bag, and it's par for the course. But don't for a second think I'm gonna quit this channel. I'm absolutely not. You know, this 2022 was super inspiring for me. I really didn't think, and I had no belief at all that I would get 1,000 subs by the end of the year. That was a goal, of course, but it wasn't looking like I'd get that. And then we got over 1,400, which was just spectacular. And so it gave me a lot of encouragement heading into 2023. So I am not quitting this by any means. I'm just letting you guys know that there might be a decrease in quantity of content, and there's a couple of reasons for that. As I said, other people's projects, freelancing, trying to work and get money so that I can fund this sort of endeavor. And then also I am focusing more on like long-term projects that take a lot of time but ultimately pay off better. And I've experimented with that in the last couple of projects, and it's been really good, and it's went really well, and it's actually boosted the channel and my Instagram a lot. That's what to expect. However, I never ever say something like, oh, I'm not going to be posting for, you know, once a week, or I'm not going to be posting consistently. I never want to write that down. I never want to say that, because then it's like, oh, it's okay to not post this week or next week or the next week because I'm working on it. No, I try to make it a serious priority to post at least once a week, and if not more. And I've definitely posted more than that, at least in 2022. So yeah, so the final thing to expect in 2023, this is kind of a misconception actually that I want to shoot down before it becomes a potential problem on my channel. I just want to make this public. It's actually regarding AI art. So I've made a lot of videos about this. I have a series about this called AI is an Artist? Question mark. The question mark is very important. I think a lot of people could potentially be confused about my stance on AI art, and being someone that's been so vocal about it, I think that's actually in a way that's kind of embarrassing, but obviously that's my fault, right? And so before it becomes sort of a problem where I'm not choosing a side hard enough, or I'm not fighting hard enough, or whatever it is, right? I want to make it clear right now what my stance is. AI art to me is, I don't have any interest in using something like Midjourney just to post the images that it's made, like the raw images. I see people generate something from AI and then they post those images on their social media, or they want a credibility from that. They want some sort of accolades from just posting shit that AI made. I have no interest in that. That's not why I got into art. You will not be seeing that from me. I'm never going to be posting, and never say never, right? But I don't see it. I just have no interest in doing that, right? You're not going to see me posting Midjourney images on my Instagram as if I made it, or as if I expect anyone to support it because I didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? I have no interest in doing that. However, you will see me use AI as a tool, as it's been told to us that, hey, it's just a tool. Well, it's not just a tool, but yes, it can be used as a tool. And in particular, ChatGPT 3 has been really fun to use for me, in particular for world building. I love using AI, and that's something that I really want to use more in 2023, whether that is AI art generators, or if it's ChatGPT 3. I've already used it in a few of my projects before, and I'm using it in a big project that I'm working on right now. And so I don't have any problem with artists doing that. I think if they are adding their own take to it, and they're adding their own creativity to it, and you can tell they're really, really putting in the effort, yeah, they deserve some sort of credibility. They deserve some sort of respect. But if they're just posting the raw AI art image, that's when I start to have a problem. In particular, when it starts to be like, when they're asking for some sort of respect, that's when I'm like, dude, come on. Like, that's kind of pathetic, especially if you're like submitting it to an art contest or something like that. That's when I start to have a problem, because you're taking someone else's seat that is otherwise more qualified than you in terms of biological creativity, I suppose. So anyways, I know I made a post about like say no to AI art. In particular, that movement was started because of the copyright issues regarding AI art. And I don't think that stuff is ethical. I don't really think it's right. However, I don't think it's avoidable at this point. I think the technology is not going to go away. Of course it's not. Nobody really thinks it will. And I don't think that it should be banned. I don't necessarily think it should be regulated. I haven't heard any good arguments for that. I'm open to it, but ultimately what I think is like the technology isn't going to go anywhere. If you want to use it as a tool, I'm not going to judge you for it. I think it's really cool, but we can also voice our concerns regarding the copyright issue in the process. And my final note about this is, like I was saying, since it's not going to be going anywhere, it's also very likely that someone's going to make like ethical AI art, ethical art generators and stuff. And so at that point, that argument is dead. And that's not really what I'm fighting for anyways. That's kind of just another thing to fight for. Primarily, my concern is making sure that human artists get spotlight. People that don't use solely AI art do get heard. They do get spotlighted. They do get highlighted. And they do get showcased. And that's really my main concern regarding AI art, is that it's so overwhelming. There's like oversaturation. If you talk about oversaturation, there's so much of it out there now that it's concerning for people that don't use it, that they're going to be, screaming into a dark cave and have no one hear them. So that is why we created the Biolescence Art community, which is definitely going to evolve and grow in 2023, especially as the outlook of AI art kind of changes in the public opinion. However, if you want to join a community which is built to support human artists of the future, and you want to network with amazing human artists, you want to share your work with them, you want to get helpful feedback from them, click the link in the description below to join that community. I'm Jordan Needham. This has been Jham3D. I'm super looking forward to 2023, and I will catch you next time.